Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Rian Mantasa. I'm from Universitas Gadjah Mada. In this special occasion, I would like to present our research result in this paper entitled One-Dimensional Heck-Crash Modeling and the Vulnerability Level Assessment of Belek River Subwatershed. We know that the climate change in the last decade has changed the rainfall patterns that have occurred in various regions. This problem has the impact of shifting the incidence and quantity of flood disaster to an increase, especially in urban areas. On the other hand, the impact occurs not only on humans and their property, but also on the environment, habitat, and the species that live and form food webs in the environment. The results of the previous study indicate that Pelik subwatershed has a very high level of vulnerability to flooding. This study aims to fill the gap in the analysis of watershed vulnerability that has been carried out previously by assessing the vulnerability of environmental factors, pollution, aquatic habitat, and ecology. The materials and method that used in this research, we know that the HEC-RAS for one-dimensional analysis, we need the hydrological data, climatological data, and hydraulic characteristic in the subwatershed. And then for the vulnerability assessment method, firstly, we will measure the impervious cover to obtain initial classification of subwatershed, and then we conduct the stream assessment and subwatershed assessment, and then we will predict future impervious cover, and finally we evaluate the restoration capacity for watershed adaptation strategy and plan, and then we can know the final classification of subwatershed in this research. We move to the results and discussion. For the inundation modeling of Blake River by employing the HEC-RAS, flood modeling in the Blake subwatershed was carried out using the HECRA software. After the flood analysis was carried out from the available rainfall data, bathymetric visualization in the HECRA's software was carried out. Making bathymetric coordinates of the river channel will describe the condition of the river being reviewed. After all river alignment coordinates are formed, the flood discharge data input is carried out. So the result of the vulnerability level to flooding in this research indicates that um, the subwatershed has high vulnerability level. Okay, and then we did a survey to assess the river corridor condition and the land use characteristic. This is the picture of the field survey of the river corridor. And the first, we will know about the river corridor assessment. We have several criteria like the rare aquatic species, fish species, invertebrates, the presence of EPT, and then the movement of fish, and then intervention river changes, water quality, connection of rivers and land, river water flows, and the stable water flow. And then after the assessment, we can conclude that only 1, 2, 3, 4 checklists in this assessment. The next assessment, we call it as land use assessment. We have several criteria that that we had conducted in this research. First, found population of rare plants, wetlands, conservation area, riparian corridors, forests, the existence of organization, and then tributaries flow, subwatershed is connected to a watershed, and then the implementation of best management practice, and then there's management of water quality and quantity. As the previous assessment, this assessment also has oh, it only has three checklists in this assessment. So according to this assessment, Balik Sabotage has only received 40% and 30% for the perspective assessment, river assessment, and then the land use assessment. These results show that the vulnerability of the Bilik subwatershed from the river corridor and land use indicators is very high. So what can we do in the future? So we will call it as water sensitive urban design analysis as mitigation. Several green infrastructures are proposed worldwide, and in this research, we suggest that rainwater harvesting and porous pavement are best implemented in this research area. So rainwater harvesting could reduce the flood or flooding or runoff by 58% until 100%. And then the porous pavement has the flood reduction ability which can reach 42.5 until 52.5%. This is the picture of the rainwater harvesting and the porous pavement. So the conclusion and the suggestion of this research, we know that bleak subwater set has high vulnerability to flooding, pollution, and aquatic or ecological habitats. The existence of climate change will create a high level of uncertainty regarding the vulnerability of water sets if mitigation is not carried out. Mitigation in urban areas needs to be done using technology that can be simulated through SWMM, stormwater management model software. In the future, in the next research through this software, it can be analyzed how the quantity and quality of water based on several purpose scenarios. These are the reference that we use in our paper, and I think that's all about our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.